Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. My left ear is ringing. I'm going to do the collective tarot for today. Today is, why did I want to say Monday? Today is Friday, August 1st, 2025. You may follow me on the the tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Linktree is in the description box. All the links are in Linktree. My email is in Linktree. My email is in the description box. If you ever want to read, if you ever want to reach out for any reason, feel free. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss, right? We love that for you. Whatever does not, just leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. Okay? Pink. I went with pink. I thought, F it. It doesn't match my dress technically or my outfit, but I'm going to be wearing these probably for 3 to 6 weeks. So I'm going with the pink, my original pink. We got Intuitive City Oracle, Rob Barthelman. You can find this at intuitiveintention.com, My Intuitive Intention on Etsy. And he also sells his decks in the TikTok shop. Sometimes you can catch him live, usually on the weekends, like early evening, Central Time. He's actually in Colorado, so I don't know what mountain time is, like an hour ahead, I think. He's usually on there for about 2 hours. He does free readings. He usually gets in about maybe like 5 free readings. There's also like chit chat, stuff like that. I only caught him once, like 3 weeks ago, I think, and I couldn't watch it. I didn't have the time, and I think I've caught him a couple times, like on the weekday, but I'm usually busy getting ready for bed. I'm not gonna lie. We got 2 on the table, 3 on the table. Ooh. Four on the table. What is that? I think it's Pride and Prejudice, but the one with Keira Knightley, I think. And one of the characters says, "We are all fools in love." I think that's the movie. We are all fools in love. I think it's Pride and Prejudice with Keira Knightley. I used to watch that all the time. It was one of my favorites. We got 5 on the table. Sorry, let me catch you up on what's going on down here. We got 5 on the table and we've got 2 major arcana. No reverse. Okay, we got 6 on the table. 3 major arcana. We're going to do 2 more shuffles. 7 on the table, 8 on the table, 9 on the table. Hold on. Okay. All right. We got 9 cards on the table. We got 3 major arcana, and we got 1 card in reverse. Last shuffle. Last shuffle. Hopefully you're enjoying your Monday. I'm just kidding. Well, Friday, Thursday, Saturday. Okay, that's weird because I finished the shuffle. Okay, we're going to do an extra shuffle. We now have 10 cards on the table. Apparently that was supposed to come out. We got 11 with bottom of the deck. Oh. Page of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Devil. The Hierophant and the Devil are right next to each other. Top of the deck. Seven of Pentacles, Last Judgment, Four of Wands. Just a hodgepodge. Alright. We've got King of Wands. The Magician. The Fool. Page of Wands. We got Ace of Wands. We got the World. King of Pentacles. We've got Queen of Wands in reverse. We've got the Three of Cups. Four of Swords. And then bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. It doesn't matter. So you know what stands out to me for this read, because this is all like, it's all like good stuff, right? Except for this Queen of Wands in reverse, which is like thrown in the middle. And it's like my primary focus. Like I can't stop looking at it. Because everything else is pretty great. Like to me, this is just like someone's personal energy, like someone working towards a better future, a better self, manifesting, for the good stuff, right? Someone very excited with the Page of Wands, the Fool card. I mean, it just gives me the energy of just like someone floating on air. Sorry. I put my hat on because my hair was all like wind blown from the car. Plus, I just love this hat. The Ace of Wands, the World card. Like this is it's like someone looking to start over or start something fresh, start something new. With the World, like this is it's kind of funny because with the World card, I'm kind of getting like, not only does this person have like the potential to go a long way, to create amazing things, to achieve success, but this is someone that like this is someone that never thought that they would really amount to anything. And I don't mean like, oh, look, I was going to live in the gutter and be a drug addict or something like that. I'm not meaning like that. It's just someone that thought like, I'm going to get that job, at the office, do a 9 to 5, make, I don't know, 60 grand a year, rent a condo or buy a condo and, eventually get married and have the 2 kids and kind of toil away for the rest of my life just to take, a 2-week vacation every year, put my kids through college. Not that anybody can afford to do that nowadays. Just saying. It kind of gives me the energy of someone that thought like their life was going to be ordinary. In reality, everything that they work towards is the extraordinary. And they might not even realize it yet. Like, even though all this is in motion, like they might not even realize like how far they've come and how far they're going to go. The Three of Cups, I'm really just getting that whoever this is, like they get a lot of support. Like friends, family. Take how it resonates. If this applies to you, if this resonates. But this Queen of Wands in reverse, let me talk about this. And didn't I kind of just talk about this like yesterday, or was it the day before? I know I like touched on it like a teensy little bit. Sometimes we have to wake up to the fact that we can't control everything, right? I'm not saying that you should let life control you. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, sometimes, well, let me put it this way. You can control yourself and what you do, right? What you think, what you feel, how you act, how you behave, how you dress, what you eat, if you exercise, what your hobbies are, who your friends are. Like, you can control certain aspects pertaining to you, right? But you can't really control what's on the outside. You can't control other people. You can't control the environment. You can't control what your neighbor does, your coworker does. Everybody has their own mind. And it kind of gives the energy of somebody needing to release a little control. So what I'm going to say here is what I said like yesterday or the day before. Let go and let God. If you don't believe in God, then just let go. We can't control everything. We can't control everything. Sometimes I can't even control myself. Right? Right? Like we have those moments, like we can't. I'm just saying, we're all human. It's not like narcissistic energy. It's just like it's it gives off energy of somebody very much invested in the outcome, but not really like enjoying like the journey, the ride, right? And again, you can't necessarily, I mean, to an extent, you can control, what happens in your life, right? But you're always going to have forces from the outside pushing in, and then things are just going to happen, you know? Things that you can't control. Whoever this person is, you, someone else, they need to let go and let God. And again, if you don't believe in God, that's fine. Just let go. And I know that sometimes that's hard to say, especially for like control freaks, right? I think I kind of used to be like that. Not crazy controlling, but now it's kind of to the point where, because I said I let go and I let God, and I do, like I just believe things are going to happen, things are going to come to me, I'm going to go towards something or someone else. Life is always art in motion, right? But like it gets tiring after a while of trying to like not just control yourself but controlling like the outside forces. It gets tiring. And you know, what do you like, what's the ultimate goal there? I just had like, what is it, an analogy? Is it an analogy or a metaphor? I think it's analogy, right? Um, if you know, you know. the uh, dominant, submissive kind of, when you're dominant, you want to control the submissive, whoever's the submissive. The submissive bows down to the dominant. But here's the thing, when you're talking relationship wise, and there's a dominant force and a submissive force, there has to be an understanding there of what's happening and who's who. And there has to be like, okay, I'm going to relinquish control to you. You're the dominant, I'm the submissive. But there has to be trust there. There has to be like no abuse, that kind of thing. Because if there is some type of abuse, excessive control, that kind of thing, it's no longer like a healthy dynamic. It's excessive, abusive. I know that's like, I know, it's kind of a weird thing, but it popped into my head because, personal example, yet again, ex-best friend, she thought she had some type of domination over me, right? Like she thought she could dominate me and I would just do everything that she said. To a certain point, yeah. Like, like when I would take care of her or be at her home, like, oh, can you do my laundry? Yeah. Yeah, I'll do your laundry. Do the dishes. Yeah, I can do the dishes. Eat this chicken sandwich with me. Sure, I'll eat this chicken sandwich with me. Bow down and kiss my feet. Excuse me? You know what I'm saying? Someone trying to have too much control over what happens in their life, but like what comes in and out of their life. Like, again, you can't control outside forces. To me it's like, why even bother? Just whatever. Like another example, like say I have a best friend and we're both single, right? We've been single for 10 years. And this best friend's like, "Oh, I've been dating someone for 5 months. I want you to meet him." Okay? Yes, I'm using hetero norms. Most of my girlfriends are heterosexual. Anyway, actually all of them are, I think. Um I go and I meet the boyfriend, right? And I don't like them. Am I going to try and break them up? Am I going to like put my foot in there and like try to control the situation, try to like stir up the shit, stir the pot? No. If I look at this man and I look at my best friend and I think, I don't know that they're going to be a long lasting fit. Me personally, I wouldn't say anything until the best friend says something. Like, oh, Todd and I got in an argument. Then, if there was some type of conversation about like a clashing and kind of like a, I don't know if this is going to work thing, then maybe possibly I would voice my opinion. But it's not for me to try and control that situation for her and him. Do you know what I mean? Like that's not my situation to control. I can only control how I act in that situation as a friend. This is someone really needing to relinquish that type of negative energy. It's negative energy. Because again, it's not for anybody to control anybody else or a different situation that you're not involved in. If you're not involved in it, it has nothing to do with you. And I'm just going to say it again, let go and let God, or just let go, because and even though it might be kind of like heartbreaking to kind of stand off to the side and watch, like my friend and the guy, go through a relationship and it's tumultuous and they break up and they get back together and they break up and they get back together. And I tell her, don't you think this is karmic? Don't you think this is toxic? But they keep getting back together. They have to figure that out for themselves. She has to figure that out for herself. All I can do is stand by and offer love and support, right? And that would be vice versa. Like if I was dating somebody, I don't know that I would want her butting in. And I'm the type of person, I'm more than willing to listen to like opinion and you know tell me what you got, even though I may not agree with it at the time. Like it's food for thought, right? Anything is food for thought. That's the type of person I am. But would I necessarily like just automatically cut my relationship and be like, oh, my friend was right? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Because again, like I would go by gut. I would go by intuition. I was just talking about a friend about this at work today. That I don't know that I can trust my gut or my intuition anymore. After everything that has happened the last few weeks, I feel like yeah. And the sad thing is if I were to have to do everything all over again, everything that has happened at work between me and these two other people, I probably would do the same damn thing. Like seriously. Sorry, I'm just looking at my nails. There was some like goop under there. Like something stuck. And I'm not gonna lie, like that whole like let's just talk about that for a second. That whole situation I had at work with the guy and my friend. I talked to my friend today actually. I had a little gift for her and one of my other friends there. And we were talking about tomorrow because we're both going to the quinceanera of the fellow coworker and for her daughter. Okay, that's gonna annoy me. Let me close this. Um, I'm not gonna lie, like I've been thinking a lot about it like the last 2 weeks, last week, this week. I keep I keep coming to the same conclusion and then I never follow through when the next event occurs. But I really seriously think that when I told the guy that I had feelings for him and he had no response, I should have just let it go at that. And when I thought my friend and him were whatever, up to no good, whatever, seeing each other, whatever, I should have just let it go. Even though like that would have been even more heartbreaking than what I already went through, um I should have just let it go. And I should have just quietly walked away from him. I mean I had already technically done that before like I realized I thought something was going on between the two of them. I don't know. She still says that they're just friends. I don't know. And I love her dearly, I really do. Um I cannot not be friends with her. She is just one of the sweetest people in the world. So it's really hard for me to believe that like she would lie to me like that because she could have just, like if they were together, she just would, like we're together. Like I had no idea we're together. And I would not forgive him because like, like he knew. Like he's playing both sides. Um but her for sure cuz I adore her. But yeah, looking back on it, like I kind of came to the same conclusion that I came to with the woman in November that I should have just walked away. I shouldn't have said anything, honestly. I should have just quietly moved away. I know God's gonna give me like a third test, and I'm gonna have to like, are you gonna be quiet this time? Like, are you gonna do what you're supposed to do and be quiet this time, or are you gonna say something? All right. I think that's the other thing too. Like with me, it's not about like controlling people at work or anything like that. I think it's just I get too invested in people that I shouldn't get invested in. You know, I even told one of the guys at work, one of my friends there, he's a younger guy, 30, 28, 29, 30, really nice guy. Really, he's kind of like a little nerdy, anxious kind of type, but very sweet. And I think I told him like the end of last year, him and I were talking, and he was upset because his friend there, who I'm actually friends with too, she stopped being friends with him because he said he didn't do anything wrong. She says that he basically called her out in front of a group of guys to kind of like make himself look good when she hadn't like done anything. I don't know. The whole situation is, and I had talked to her about just like letting the situation go just for herself, you know, like get over that anger and let it go for yourself. You don't have to be friends with him, just, you know, cuz she's still so angry about it. It's been like a year. And anyway, him and I were talking, and he was upset by someone else there in the department, someone he thought was a friend, and you know, like, oh, they're not talking to me, blah blah blah. And I, I think I kind of, I think I kind of threw him for a loop because I said to him, I said maybe you need to come to work and just look at these people as work colleagues and not friends. And he just kind of looked at me, and I said, not everybody's meant to be your friend. You know, sometimes you got to recognize that these are just the people you work with. Maybe you're not supposed to have relationships with them outside of work, right? I need to take my own advice. I gave him that amazing advice, and I need to take my own advice. And I was telling my friend about it today, and I was telling my other friend about it on Tuesday, I think. Like from now on, not that I'm not going to be nice to people and, you know, chit chat with people, but I'm not going to share any personal information. I'm not going to ask for any personal information, and I'm not going to invest any feelings in anybody, especially new people. Forget it. Hi, how are you? I'm here to relieve you. Hope you have a nice lunch. Hope you have a nice weekend. Da 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 da. There we go. Like, that's all I need to say. Kind of ran off track with that story, by the way. But whoever this is, yeah. I also think too, whoever this is, letting go, giving up whatever this control issue that they have with the Three of Cups, the Four of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, like it's gonna allow somebody to be, I guess, a lot more accessible. Is that what I was thinking of saying? Like giving up control of people and situations is really freeing, and it really frees you up to refocus on yourself. The thing is when you give up control of others and situations, people will pick up on that and they will be more drawn to you. So because nobody wants somebody trying to like control their thoughts and their, you know, their actions and their feelings and all that stuff. It was kind of funny because I was actually talking to my other friend yesterday. She was talking about, she was seeing this guy, and this is someone that she's been seeing on and off like her whole life. You know, every 5 years, 10 years, like they get together, you know. and then they break up, and then 10 years later they get together, and then they break up, and then 5 years later. And I think she really thought something was going to happen this time, like, and I really think she thought she was going to be able to control the situation. The thing is, again, she can't control him. He's his own person. And she was telling me, I'm pretty sure it was yesterday, she was telling me that she realized that, like, there's a reason why they're so back and forth, right? Like, she realized, because a bunch of her other friends were telling her, like, no, 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 like, this ain't right. Like, this isn't the one for you. You keep going back to them. You break up. You keep going back to them. And she had that epiphany moment, like, this is toxic. This is karmic. This isn't good for me. It's not good for them either. Like, why do we keep doing this? And, like, she finally told him, like, I think it's over. And I don't know, like, his thoughts and feelings, but his reaction to her telling him that she felt like it was finally over was very juvenile, a very male juvenile response. And to me, my opinion, not that she wants it, not that I didn't give it to her. I didn't say anything. She needs to come to her own conclusions. This is a relationship she's had on and off her whole life. She needs to figure it out for herself. She's a big girl. But to me, his reaction is just proof positive. Like, that's not the relationship she needs to be in. And I'm very proud of her for recognizing that it's toxic, it's karmic. So let's hope she doesn't go back. Let's hope. And I think she thought, because they always got back together, that she could control him in some type of way. But again, like, that's not really realistic. Yeah, whoever this is, if this is you, if this is someone else, once someone realizes that they don't need to control everything, like, they can just kind of let some stuff go and just let life unfold and happen as it's supposed to, um, this person is going to find that they're probably going to actually have more relationships, more situations, more positive, right? Flow into their life. I know it's hard, because even like my situation and um my past situations, I'm sure you guys know, it's hard not to want to, like, hold on to something, right? Like, there's that saying, like, oh, hold on to it tight. But some things you're not supposed to hold on too tight. Some things you wake up and you realize, like, yeah, I just gotta let that go. Like, with my situation, I had that discussion with my friend today, and I told she's like, maybe you should go up to him and apologize and reach out to him and try to, like, smooth the waters over. And I said, I think I'm gonna let sleeping dogs lie, and whatever happens happens, because I don't want to invade his space. I don't want him in my space, and I don't want him to think he's being harassed, or, like, you know what I mean. And I sure as hell don't want to feel like that. So I told my friend, I said, I think I'm just going to drop it. Like, I'm going to quit talking about the situation. I'm going to keep doing my own thing, like I have been for, like, the last 2 weeks, just doing whatever comes naturally to me, just being myself. And I can't control him. I can't control what he does. And I can't control my friend either. So I'm just going to let it go and pray and hope for the best. And that is exactly what I would tell this person. And it's not even necessarily that this person, whoever this is trying to control people, because of all this manifestations, all this good stuff coming in, new beginnings, the world card. Like this could just be somebody trying to control like their business, or anything in regards to like their abundance, right? Not necessarily a person or a relationship. It could be like career, that kind of thing. And again, sometimes even with career, things like that, sometimes you can only control so much. You can only control what's in relation to you, right? All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there because I'm just gonna keep saying the same stuff over and over and over again. I hope it resonates for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you found it entertaining. And I'll talk to you all later. Bye.